we need to do YouTube. So okay, so we are live on YouTube now.
Hi, Susie.
So you got any stand-up Dharma jokes for us, Julie?
Oh, you put me on the spot. I'll have to think about that.
The Buddhist hot dog joke is always there. You make me one with everything.
I'll have one with everything on it is the what is it? With the
Make
hot
me
dog?
one with, it's got to be make me one with everything.
Yeah.
One with everything. All right. Well, there you go.
Donna, did you get an email that we're streaming?
Pardon me?
Did you get an email saying that we're streaming?
Did I get an email saying that we're I don't know, because I don't get those.
I usually do, and I haven't gotten one yet.
Well, I can see the streaming is going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then there must be something wrong with my phone. Sorry.
I got Patrick set up on YouTube. I couldn't find his invitation, so his link. So I just set him up on YouTube.
Okay. Geshe's here?
Can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah, please have a seat. Mm, good. Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Chukila. Good morning, Lamula. Good morning, Thomasi.
Good morning, Geshe.
Good morning, Michael. You're in Latin?
Morning, Geshe-la. So good to
Oh,
see you.
Joanna. Good morning, Joanna.
Patrick
Really
is
good
here,
morning.
but he's on
Susie.
YouTube.
Oh, Buddhist house, Patrick. Okay. Susie. Pati. Good morning. Laura. Good morning. Peter. Good morning.
Good morning, Geshe.
Good morning, Geshe.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. So then, please start the prayer.
Yes.
Oh,
Osungu pegone chazelo nye shami tu chedi ome kunta I'll do the offering. Sashi Erki Shushin Metal Tamri Rabliji Ni Degen Pari Sange Shin Mitehua Idokundam Dak Shila Parshok Jetsun Lama Tampa Ukala and say something to Shetsima La Shab Cherokee Sharp to sell Idam Guru Ratamadalakam Niriyatayami.
Sanje Chenang Sanje Chanang Chanjo Bang
Atsuchi
Dāgī chūshī jīvē sānāṃ sāñjē jīdā sāñjē chūnāṃ chāñjō Dāgī chūshī jīvē sānāṃ sāñjē jīdā sāñjē chūnāṃ chāñjō Dāgī chūshī jīvē sānāṃ Nidhi chūwa sāna kūshī nidhi 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 kāyā nā rōla pēmbā chīnā lā nidhi 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 Hāntā yāntā dēmbē tu nā nā bā kūntē nā tō nidhi mā wā nidhi kāngi tēnchī tēpā nā bā bā mē bā chī mē bā chī bā mē tā mē bā mē mē bā mē mē tēnchī tēnchī tēpā nidhi chī tē mā chā pē nā chē mā mē mē tā mā tē mā tā mē nidhi sōn tāwā tam chē pā mē chē tā mē chī nē tē tē mā kū tam tē mā chā chē Oh, yeah. Well, so we finished fivefold, like how to for the sake of knowledge, how to what is it? So how to achieve shamatha, based on instructions taught by Maitreya Buddha, fivefold, 8 adjustment or 8 antidote. So that's kind of complete, quite detailed, quite in detail, complete. Yeah, need to. It's good to remember which text Maitreya Buddha taught 5 texts and which text that Maitreya Buddha explains these instructions for the sake of reference or for the sake of also like your own benefit. You never know. Maybe in the future you may end up, teachings, those instructions. Then it's good to remember where it's coming from, who taught, and which books. So yeah. So ornament of mind discourse. Ornament of mind discourse. In that text, Maitreya Buddha explained these instructions. So then also like Maitreya Buddha explained what is the suitable conditions for Kamabhati meditation, what kind of environment. That's also explained into Mayana, ornament of Mayana discourse, that text. So then also this 9 stages explained by also Maitreya Buddha in the Mayana, ornament of Mayana discourse, this text. So which I haven't explained yet. So then also that 9 stages been mentioned in the Asanga text, Abhidharma, Samochaya. Remember, condominium of knowledge. The text in English, condominium of knowledge, compendium of knowledge. So then Abhidharma Samochaya, Abhidharma Samochaya, Sanskrit name. The text composed by Asanga, for sake of reference. That's the best way to teach. So based on some instruction that's been taught by, that's coming from like Nalanda master. Not just to tell them, oh, sit down, close your eye, then, like think about the waterfall, doesn't get very far. Or does it just think about nice mango, doesn't get very far. This kind of instruction never taught by anybody, just somebody just made it up. If that person has strong will to meditate, so you are not giving the best chance to that person. You are just giving them some instruction that's been not really, it's just somebody made it up. It's not good. So second, persons determination. So it's always good to give them the best. So then, like whether they achieve or not is up to them. So then it's not your responsibilities. So at least you are giving them the right instructions to follow. That's quite important. Okay. Asanga. Yeah. Compendium of knowledge. Abhidharma Samuchaya, so composed by Asanga. Abhidharma Samuchaya, composed by Asanga. For sake of reference. Next time when somebody asks you to talk about Kamabhati meditations, these are the source. These are the main source. The text composed by Maitreya Buddha, text composed by Asanga, these are the major texts. That's what we call Shungchen, major texts. It's not like a few pages, it's called like critical instructions composed by so and so, not like that. These are called major texts. Okay, for the sake of reference. So then at least there you have instructions, right instructions. So then I hope that you remember this another instructions, 5 folds on 8 adjustments. As I said, you can do first review meditations. You can just do review meditation. You can just review them in your mind. So then when you meditate, when you actually do shamatha meditations, then you know, you will know what's going on. You will know what's going on rather than you have no clue what's going on. So then you don't need to ask the question, what's going on? You know exactly. If you lose your object, so that means gross thinking mind is taking over. Your meditation is taking over by gross thinking mind, gross excitement mind, because you don't remember object. So that's already been said. But remembering object, but meanwhile remembering something else or thinking about something else without losing the object, thinking or like remembering the objects and then also like remembering or thinking of something else. So what that means your meditation is about to take over by subtle thinking mind. So these are the faults that you remember. If your mind is on the object but it's not clear, so that means gross thinking mind. You are on the object. It's clear, but the power of the clarity is like diminishing. So that means subtle thinking mind is able to take over your meditations. So this is something to be aware. So then why not your meditation will be successful? There's no reason why not, because you know what the problems are like that. So these are the main things to remember based on the instruction they're taught by Maitreya Buddha, so abandoning 5 folds, then like applying applying the 8 antidote. That's literally is called 8 antidote. So then Chukula said that was translated is age adjustment. But literally for the sake of text, it called Nyabanga means 8 antidote. So that's what you will see if you can read in Tibetan text in Tibetan. If you can read text in Tibetan, that's what you will see. Nyembo means antidote. So because 5-4 is something to be abandoned. So that's called pangja. Nyembo, so that's like antidote. Okay, so then add adjustment. It doesn't matter if that makes more sense to your mind. Actually, it is like adjusting your meditation. So one day. So now move on. So so now the 9 stages. So one thing to share, introspections or like guarding alertness or introspections. So that is the result of mindfulness. Long as there mindfulness there, it will produce introspections. So that's quite important to remember. Introspection is the result of mindfulness. So mindfulness, if the mindfulness there, so then there will be introspections. So not being mindful, there's not then analyzing, there's not going to happen. You have to be mindful, you have to be there. Okay. Sumba telaten sending to now. The 5-fold and 8 antidotes, that kind of like, I think kind of prepares you to how to move into the 9 stages. That instruction kind of prepare you, that kind of instructions, the 5-fold, 8 antidote, that instruction kind of prepare you to fully prepare you to success into these 9 stages. So then after that, so then working with the 9 stages. Generally speaking, so this mindfulness is very, very important. Like what Shadi Deva said, like Deju Tane Katukul, Deju means recitations. Deju, Shadi Deva said, I don't remember which chapter, probably chapter the number 1st or 2nd, I don't remember exactly, but somewhere there. Deju Tane Katukul, all the recitations, all the spiritual practice. During this long period of time, same thing in Japanese, during this long period of time, wandering mind, then Teniji between mesos, Dejotan Katuku, you need to teach a similar Teniji between mesos. Then it's like you will probably, there's not the way to get, there's not the way to get the best out of your practice. See, there's not the best way to get out of your, that is not the best way to get the most out of this, no? All the recitations, all your spiritual practice. During this long period of time with wandering mind, so that's not the best way to get the most out of your practice. What it means it's very important for all of us, including myself, all of us, to remember to be mindful whenever we do practice, to be mindful, mindful of the benefit of reciting this particular mantra, being mindful of reciting for example, Mani mantra. So being mindful, what you need to be mindful about, or you need to be mindful about reciting the benefit of the money mantras. Every single piece of hair on the four-legged animal on this planet can be counted, but reciting the merit of money mantra cannot be counted. That's what merit. That's why you need to be mindful. So then when you be mindful, not just mindful of the benefit of the reciting the mantra, and mindful that you are fortunate, that you could say it right. Not just that, you can think about the meaning. You have time to do many things to be mindful. That's how you fill your heart with joy. That's how you fill your heart with joy. Feeling of greatness. That's how you feel. Feeling of fortunate, feeling of greatness, feeling of lucky. That's how you feel your heart, like that. That's how you feel. So that's something that what means. Wonderful that know how to say Lama Tsongkhapa mantra perfectly well, how to say, and then you are saying it. It's not just mantra; it's the manifestation of Manjushri. Wow, that's quite amazing. Also like that. So that's being mindful, So that's what it means, Doing the practice, any form of recitation practice, doing it with mindfulness. So then that you'll get the most out of it. If you're doing this long period of time with the wandering mind, that's not the best way to get most out of it. So that's totally not. Shantideva said, okay. Therefore, working towards improving your mindfulness, improving your concentrations, make perfectly sense. Without strong concentrations, without guarding introspection, strong introspection, mindfulness, eradicating defilement through consciousness, through the mind stream, is just impossible. You can root out. You can't root out. If you're mindful, if you're not being mindful, you can't root out. You can't, even the change is hard. Even the change is hard. It requires mindfulness. Okay, so just want to share this with you. So then now, move to the 9 stages. 9 stages. Now, who explained? Maitre Buddha. Where? Ornament of minor discourse. Who else? Arya Asanga. Where? Compendium of knowledge. Abhidharma Samuchaya. Abhidharma Samuchaya in that text. Oh. That Gom Shepherd, so now I'm going to read here from the Liberation Palm in your hand. Gom Shepherd Dona, Sinela, Nuatunga Pius. So now, with having all this knowledge about 5 force, 8 antidotes, having that knowledge now, before, no clue. Never heard about 5-fold, 8 antidotes, never heard. So then, because of some interest here, there, you heard now what are the 5 forces, what are the 5 antidotes. Now you have some knowledge about meditations. About meditation, you now have some knowledge about shamatha meditations. So now with that knowledge, if you want to meditate, if you have will to meditate, if you want to meditate on if you have will to work for samadhi, so you have knowledge. Gom Cheba Duna similar goes. So you need to have some kind of experience about those stages. That's why I say similar goes. Some experience, not just knowledge, some experience. Nuwa means experience. Simulations. Simulation is called simulations. Simulation. Yeah, so just feel, just experience, not just like say, precious human life. You feel something, it's really, the word means something than just word. Precious human life, it's kind of like when you think about the word, it has some weights. It's not just word. It means something than just word. Mm. Everything subject to change. It means something than just word. It's not just word. It has different meaning, something like that. Okay. Nuwa means usually what I say, not just understanding, I say usually experiential understanding. That understanding you experience that you are experiencing the knowledge, not just just understanding, like that. Usually I call it experiential understanding. So you need experiential understanding of those 9 stages. Tell us in order to have experience about stages. So you have to understand the stages. First you have to learn. First learn, think, then simulate, assimilate. First learn, then think, then assimilate. That's the whole purpose. If you don't assimilate, there's nothing to feel. There's no experience. In order to have simulation about the stages or experience about the stages, first you have to learn what are those stages. So there's first knowledge, first. Second, contemplations. Third, assimilations. That's how the student said assimilations. I kind of like that. What do you think of Chugila? Learn, contemplate, assimilations.
Yeah, or maybe integrate.
Integrate. Assimilation makes sense?
Well, sort of, but I'm not sure if that's exactly right.
Yeah. Anyway, it made complete sense to me. So anyway, then so first knowledge, then contemplations, assimilation or integration, how you say?
Yeah, integration. Yeah.
Integration. Oh yeah. Explain to me what is simulations.
So my understanding of assimilation is, go ahead.
Assimilate.
Yeah, so assimilate is like
Give me example.
we often use it when we talk about people coming from another country and they come here and they learn the customs and then they have assimilated.
Oh yeah, that's good. It's not just about aliens. When the alien comes to the United States, oh, yeah. Okay, just joking, so sorry.
So,
Yeah, very
so
good.
the dictionary says to absorb, to take in and incorporate as one's own.
Oh, that's right to the point. Observe, learn, contemplate, observe. That sound
No,
good?
absorb, like a sponge will absorb the water.
Yeah, observe. I'm thinking about these three type of wisdom, listening, contemplating. So I'm thinking about like that. Learn, contemplate, observe.
Absorb, yeah.
Does make sense? Observe, different between observe integrations. Same thing or different?
They're close. I think integration is you absorb it, but then you also put it into use.
Integration means put into use.
Like first you absorb it and then you put it into use. It means both of those together.
Oh, that means in the United States, you have 4 wisdoms, not just 3. First, observe the integrations. That's good. So you could have like 6 or 7, 5, 6, doesn't matter. Whether if you get to the point, doesn't matter, it goes to 5 or 6. Doesn't matter. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Thank you, yeah. I think, oh yeah, so, so then now the first one, Chukula, can you say the 9 stages in English so people can write it down? So then I
Sure.
don't have to repeat them each time. I don't have to repeat them, all of them again.
Sure.
Yeah. Police, you pay attention. The Chukula will say in English, you can write it down for the sake of knowledge.
So the first one is fixing the mind, or we also say setting the mind. And Geshe, you've called it inner placement before.
Yeah, so that's probably like nang to joba. Yeah, nang to joba means like same joba, nang to joba. So yeah, so what you said, Chukula, you said like there's 2 different translations.
Yeah, well, in Liberation in the Palm of Your Hand, they translate it as fixing the mind.
Oh,
Or in another book I found, setting the mind. But you've called it inner placement. So that's the first one.
nang to joba, but inner placement, that's probably better, I think, nang to joba. Sorry,
And-
not better because I choose that. I'm not sure it's better, but I feel more comfortable with that, with my Tibetan understanding.
And then number 2, Geshe, you've called continual placement. And
Helen, are you awake? No, that's just joking. I wanted to. Sorry, Chukula, sorry, interruption, sorry. Yeah,
So
please
this-
continue.
number 2 is continual placement or fixation with some continuity, continuous setting. These are different translations I've seen.
Continuity is good, Chukula.
Okay, number 3, Geshe, you've called patch-like placement. And I've seen that translated as patchy fixation or resetting.
Replacement.
Resetting,
Yeah, resetting sounds good.
patch-like placement, patchy fixation.
Yeah, the patch, there's a word, Hindu job, Hemba means patch. So like, so what, you give them all options, so then whatever people want to choose.
Okay, number 4, Geshe, you've called close placement. And I've seen that as close setting or good fixation.
Close placement, yeah.
Then number 5, you called control setting. And I've seen that as disciplining or becoming disciplined.
Yeah, discipline sounds good towards you.
Number 6, you've called pacifying, and I've seen becoming peaceful also.
Oh, yeah, same type as my own.
7, Geshe, you've called complete pacification, and I've seen thorough pacifying, becoming very peaceful.
Yeah, total pacified, that's good.
Number 8 is you've called becoming single pointed, and that's how I've seen it translated like that, and also making one pointed, same thing.
Yeah.
And then the ninth stage is equal placement or meditative equipoise, fixed absorption.
Meditative equipoise or fixed absorptions. Yeah, fixed absorption sounds good.
Okay, that's 9.
Oh yeah, thank you, Chubila. For the sake of knowledge, so as I said, even though just to remember, if you need to do review meditations, that review meditation on 9 stages, that's the way to remember. No, that's the way to remember to review meditation. So, the same job. Okay, these are the 9 stages. Okay, these are the 9 stages. So you don't, when you teach, you don't have to, how you say, that's good. Then when you teach mindfulness meditation, it's come about is mindfulness meditation, best form of mindfulness meditations. And then when somebody asks you, then you have some knowledge, you have some idea about mindfulness, rather than just say, oh, let's all sit and think about a piece of mango. And slowly get ripened and visualize that you're eating that. That doesn't get very far away. It just made it up. What that really means, it means I'm not sure. But now you have confidence because you have some knowledge and how the mindfulness meditation been taught in one particular traditions. I'm not sure the other tradition may have instructions and how to lead people to the highest level of single point meditations. You have like concrete knowledge about how to help people to build up their mindfulness, for the sake of peace of mind, So then you feel good because you learn something and you have something to offer. You have something to offer rather than get all nervous, don't know what to do, what to say. No. Everything's been said. You just need to learn, that's all. So now, same job. No matter what you say, but in the back of your mind, you are leaning, depending on some instructions. You are just not making up. Your talk is based on some teaching, some major text, based no matter how you word it, how you say, but you are going through them. That's your knowledge. Okay, so that helps you. So the first one is called like even the Tibetan word sometimes called Nani to Joba and like something same Joba. Joke means putting. If you put something on the table, they call joke. Joke means put. Here, what we are putting our mind into the object. Same joba. So that's the meaning. Same joke. Whatever translation uses fixation of mind, placing your mind, doesn't matter. Same joke means you are putting your mind on something. Same joke, same as your mind. Say just think like piece of like this. Joke means you're putting. It's not all over the place. You are putting on something. Same joke. That's the first stage. It's called same joba. Nani to joba. Nani to joba means inner. Some texts you see this called different word. Nani to joba means inner placement. Yeah, so we are not trying to see from eye. We are just trying to see from mental eyes. We are trying to see from the mental object, trying to see the object from the mental eyes. Yeah. See, I think word also can bring object. You could say Manjushri. Yeah, that word does bring mental image. It's like what you call like mental image in technical word called meaning generalities, because all the conceptual thought correspond with the object through meaning generalities. All the direct perceiver, they correspond with the object directly without going to meaning generality. You just see. So then when you close, that kind of produce, direct perceiver produce conceptual thought. Next time when you think about prayer, when you think about Chukila, you already have the image of Chukila. So you correspond with Chukila with that image. That's called Tunji, meaning generality. That means that thought that's corresponding with Chukila without seeing Chukila, that is conceptual thought. Conceptual thought. Because it goes through meaning generality. What it means mental image. So you're trying to see. So then like seeing Chukila through your mind and seeing actually seeing Chukila, if there's not much difference, or your mindfulness become pretty good. Because object is clear as you can just see Chukila face to face. Like that, okay? There was same jogba. Nang ni do jogba. Nang in jog means, as I said, place. I place my cup on the table. I place my mind on the table. That means you're putting. Same nang ni do jogba. Lama, so then like how like Lama la mi be damwa tibe topje tujis. How one can achieve the first stages. How one can achieve first stages. Liberation in palm of your hand is the commentary of Lamrim Chenpo, of course, taught by Lama Tsongkhapa, which is the commentary of Light of the Path, which taught by Lama Atisha, founder of the Kadamba traditions, all Kadamba traditions. Which possess the lineage from Nagarjuna and Asanga, both. Lama Atisha has lineage from Nagarjuna, Asanga. So then, from Nagarjuna, Asanga, it's called Shakyamuni Buddha. So then there's like here, how one can achieve the first stages. So this is educational class. So it's important to learn. Lama le mipe damwa tutorji truchins. Lama le mipe. So basically from the lamas, you hear explanation from the lamas or teacher or Geshe, resident Geshe or teacher, doesn't matter. Basically hear from someone who has been, someone who's already studied the text, you hear from them. In this case, of course, the which is Lama, so the one spiritual teachers, master. Lama le mi damwa type of teaching. So yeah, so Lama explained. Hey, mi bola shakzam le chen minebi jimi to bates. So what will happen? Practically, what will happen? At that time, you can just barely see the image, like just like fraction of seconds, like that. If you get disappointed, I'm not seeing it like very clear, I'm not seeing the long period of time, you are going against the realities. You have to be patient. The first stage is not just you, for everybody who went through this 9 stages. What happened? First experience, fraction of second, like this, finish. Need to be content, even just get glimpse of image you choose for your shamatha meditation, if you just getting glimpse of that, rejoice. I didn't say here rejoice. I'm just adding this up. There you have to rejoice. Like that. Oh, how you achieve suppose from knowledge, whom you receiving from your teacher with knowledge, the explanations. Mikba object, shaksam means it will be there, like your mind will be on the object like fraction of second, like this, like that. It's not going to be like there long time. No. Don't expect that. That's too much expectation. Don't expect that. Mikbola shaksam. Yes, just like that. Will not be there long period of time. Your mind is not going to be there long period of time. Don't expect that. First stages, that's not going to happen. If you just seeing the glimpse of the image, that's what's happened. That's exactly what's going to happen in the first stages. That's exactly what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is exactly Lama Tsongkhapa said. That's what's going to happen. That's what is happening to you. Rejoice. Fraction. Mikbala, shaksam, che minutes will be not there too long. You cannot continue. First stage, you cannot continue. Don't get upset. Oh, I cannot continue, something wrong. No, there's nothing wrong. That is what's going to happen. You have to understand you are going to get just glimpse of that. Your mind's going to be there fraction of a second, and you cannot continue that. Don't get upset. Don't get disappointed. That's what's going to happen. Walking 4 miles a day. Haven't walked long time. All of a sudden, walk 4 miles. There'll be pain in the leg. That pain has been expected. How is expected? This thing on the object, fraction of a second, not able to continue, that's expected. It's not like something unexpected thing happens. No, that's expected. How you say Chula? This one, that is expected.
Yeah, perfect, Geshe.
It doesn't sound like perfect in my ears. I mean the pronunciation. That is expected.
That is expected, yes.
Yeah, that is expected. Okay, so don't be surprised. Don't be disappointed. You are going to be on your object that you choose to focus on. You are going to be there fraction of seconds. The mind is not going to be there too long. That's expected. Not continue, that's also expected. First stages. That's how you accomplish first stages. That's what is going to happen. That's first stages. Okay, for the sake of knowledge. Yeah, now just think. This is similar to should be to trigger on the show. Show let me read a little bit. So, how are you going to achieve? By hearing somebody explaining to you. So that's what's happening now. Then after that, you go home, or maybe after the class, then you kind of try. Wow, your mind's going to be there on the object, fraction of seconds. You cannot, not able to continue that. That was expected. That's part of the practice. That's what's going to happen. First stages, nothing more, nothing less. That's what I said. So then, like there, not able to continue, not able to continue. Dream means dream, durations. here breaks, not able to put it together, don't get disappointed. That's expected. That was expected. Okay. At that moment, similar number should be similar doji should be. Similar doji should be doji truguji on the show and repays it. Only number should be you who's about to do, who's trying this 9 stages of shamatha meditations. At the beginning, first stages, what do you feel? You feel like you feel, oh, now there's more thought. Lamrim said, not true. You are now, before, you are just spacing out all the time. Now you are noticing all your thought. Before you are just spacing out all the time. You are not noticing your thought. It's not like you are having more thought. Now you are noticing them. Make sense? You are noticing them now. That means your mindfulness getting good. Oh. It's like, oh, now the tree, the leaves are so green. No, it's been green long period of time. It's not like all of a sudden it become green. No. It's been green there a long time. You are just noticing. Oh, this is so clean, like so green, so like, yeah, it's been like that all this time that treating your backyard, it's been like that. It's not like all of a sudden trying to like be green, not like that. No. Sorry, this is not the Lamrim text, they're just making this up. So on the way, I do make things up. So this one I just make this one up as part of the text. To make up based on experience. Sometimes you're so busy forgetting. Look at them. So beautiful. Look at them. You kind of forgetting because so busy, not able to enjoy anything. So all this I wonder, you look, wow, really, this is really beautiful, like look at them. Yeah, it's been like beautiful like that long period of time, but you don't see. Yeah, me but there's a similar dojo should be dojis, similar dojo should be dojis. Dojis. Influence, now influence and that or power or force or influence of placing your mind on one single object. Force or power of that allows you to notice all your thoughts. It's not like you're having more thought. Now you are noticing them. Oh. Now you realize, oh, now my mind is wandering. Before, wandering, not wandering is the same thing. Because you yourself is wandering all the time. How you can tell your mind is wandering? So now you are noticing, oh, my mind is now wandering. Because now you're placing your mind on the one object. Now you're noticing your mind is kind of sinking or wandering or getting excited. Before it's like same. There's not much different. Now you see when the mind starts to get wander, you see them because you are trying to be mindful. That's why now now you're watching them, then you see more. You watch because you see, but before you don't watch. You can't say I don't see it because you don't watch. How come you can see because you don't watch? You can't say, oh, I don't see this beautiful leaves. No, you never watch. Now you are watching. That's why you are seeing more. It's not like there's more things happening. No. It's not like the more thought is happening. No. You are being aware. You're being aware of your mind. You're being aware of your mind. You're being aware. Whether mind is wandering or sinking, you're being aware. The namto mangto so means it's not like more thought is coming. That's not true. What you're experiencing now, what you experience, You are experiencing your thought. You are experiencing them. Before you are not experiencing your thought. Now you are experiencing your thought. Therefore, you are seeing them. You're experiencing them. Therefore, it feels like you are having more thought, but it's not. You are not having less thought or more thought. Simply, you are experiencing them. Why? Because you are watching them. You are watching them. It's not like you are experiencing them. You are experiencing your thought. It's not like you are having more thought. You are experiencing them. You are observing them. You are seeing them. Before you are carried out with, like your thought is like tornado. You are carrying inside the tornado. You can see. Because if it's like you are part of that. Now you are not part of that. You are not seeing. Okay, that's important. Somebody say, oh, now like they feel like there's more thought. No. Force or power of watching your mind, you are experiencing your thought. That's what it is. You are experiencing your thought. It's not, that's why you feel like there's more thought. Actually, you are experiencing your thought. Therefore, you feel like there are more thought. That's not true. Why not before? Before you are not experiencing your thought because you are carried out by your thought. You are not experiencing. That's why. 남도 뮤직이냐. Before you are not noticing. Now you are noticing. Now you look at the tree. Oh, there's like, look at the shape of the leaf. Oh, they're so green, like they're like so beautiful. Look at each and every single leaf of the flower. They're so like well organized. I'm not sure how they kind of produce like leaf all just so organized. Like then you are kind of like noticing the details, appreciating every single details that tree that produced. Whether this piece of flower, like how like you have to be very skillful artist to do that, put something that into pieces, just tree produced by naturally. Wow, that's like, that means like, so now you are like as a, you are recognizing before you are not recognizing your thought. Now you are recognizing your thought. That's why you feel like there's more thought. No, actually there's no more thought or less thought, the same amount of thought. Now here, why you feel like there's more thought? Because you are recognizing them. You are recognizing them. Now maybe there's some noise like this or there's so much noise all the time there. Now you are like, hear more noise because now you are like, you're more awake, aware. So now every little noise you can hear, people, this is all there, already there. You're not just hearing them. So in the first stages, that's what's happening. Okay, so this is very important. It's not like there will be more thought. No, because you are noticing your thought. That's why you feel there's more thought for the sake of knowledge. Okay, now next time when you sit, oh, yes. So that finished the first stages. Okay, first stages, maybe 2 minutes meditation on the object, whatever object you choose. Maybe you already chosen one. If you already chosen one, you can use that. If not, just choose something. Now he's like, now this is like more like how you say exercise. It's not like really come about in meditation. This is exercise. It's just exercise each step. When we finish each step, so exercise, so see how you feel. Time, Thomasy. Oh, good morning, Jill. How are you?
Geshe, we have
Mhm.
25
Very
minutes.
good.
25 minutes?
Yes.
Oh, I think that's too long for the first stages meditation, 25 minutes. Oh. So maybe we'll try. So we try a little bit, maybe then stop, then try like first stages. First stages, okay. So here, this is now more like exercise. This is not really Kamabhati meditations. As I said, Kamabhati meditation, you need to choose one object, one suitable object, and changing that frequently, that is not, it is going to, it is has become obstacle for the stabilities on the object. So therefore should not change. So now it's more exercise. Then as I said, oh, I just want to, I'm not really worried about shamatha meditation. I just want to keep my mind, make my mind peaceful. Oh, then you can change your object here, there, doesn't matter. Okay, so we will do like choose one object, and you are going to be there as according to the text, fraction of seconds. If you lose the object, don't worry, you can continue. Don't get upset. That's what these problems are expected. That's what's going to happen. Okay. Well, choose the object. Oh, yeah. What is the experience? Helen, what is the experience?
Very short.
Huh?
I only can concentrate very short on the object
Oh, that's what that is expected.
and not clear either.
No, not clear.
Not clear.
Zero clarity or one clarity or two clarity.
Maybe just 1 second, 2 second clear. Then that's all.
No, that's good. Need to rejoice. Yeah. So that was expected. How often you see the object? How often you see object?
Do you ask me or?
Ask everybody. How often you see object? Object that you choose. How often you see? If you can put number 1 to 10. See 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time, 6 time, or like whole mala.
It does come and go, like it's kind of there and then it's gone and then it's there. Like I feel like it's fading with the thoughts. When the thoughts
I think
come, the
like,
image goes.
what do you think? Maybe like holding the mala in your hand, you see object 1, lost. 2.
For that session,
Yeah, so
Like
say if you decide to do 10 minutes, maybe do some kind of experiment. 10 minutes, how often you can see the object you choose. Like 1 past 1 mala, 1 beats. 2. Then after 10 minutes, you can use your stopwatch, set a 10 minute time or 5 minute time. And during the 5 minutes, how often you see the object. See. Maybe one day you see, I'm not sure, like 4. Next day you see 1. Otherwise, I think maybe there's, what I'm asking is like, maybe we should do some experiment, like how often you see object, like next 5 minutes. Or like, yeah, Elise, yeah.
I was going to say that at first I saw the object maybe 3 or 4 times for just a moment each time. And then my mind would drift off and I like to grocery shopping, go, why the heck am I thinking about grocery shopping? Look at the object. And I'd see it for a second and then I'd try to focus. Then my mind would drift off to outdoors and I go, why in the heck am I thinking about outdoors?
So maybe do experiments. So maybe next time that's what we do. We just set up stopwatch for 5 minutes. We all meditate and see how often you see the object and how often your mind goes off. What I mean, my point is that there should be to help each other to tell, like to measure the progress. This is not been done before. I just wondering, never done it before. I've never done it before. Individual level, I cannot say, but I just wondering, like how often, like set the stopwatch. It doesn't have to be 5 minutes. You can just start with 60 seconds, 1 minute. So then slowly expand 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, so like how often you can see it. But even just seeing the object fraction of second, that's good. That's good. So like not seeing at all. So there's something to worry about. Not seeing at all, there's something to worry about. Seeing fraction of seconds, that's was expected. Not seeing long period of time right from the beginning. That is not expected. seeing object long period of time, that's not expected. If that happens, that's good for you. It's not expected. What is expected is like seeing the fraction of a second. What do you say, Chugila?
Does it count if you just see part of the image? Or is that, you know, you're focusing on a holy object and you only see the face, does that count as seeing the object?
Yeah, that's good to know. So maybe seeing whole object count 1, seeing partial count 1. So see how often you see whole object or partial object.
Oh.
Yeah, so so that seeing whole object is better than seeing partial object, partial of the object. So then based on that, maybe you can tell progress, or maybe you could get more disappointed. Hard to say.
Geshe,
Yes.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can see you very clearly
Okay.
with your eyeglass and with big headphone.
Yes, I want to make sure
Yes.
I hear everything you say.
Oh yeah, okay.
When I see the image, sometimes it fades, but I can zoom in and sharpen up, like I'm using Tara for my image. And sometimes when it fades, I can zoom into her hand and it becomes very, very clear when she's holding the very flower.
Very good.
And I can kind of like rotate to different parts and zoom in and out of it. Is that good?
That's very fortunate. That's just the one in not here. Some other text is suggest whole image the best. If you can't get the whole image, even get just part of the image, hold on there, hang on there, hang on there. So then from there, if you can expand, go back to the whole image.
Yeah.
Even if you just grab the one part of the ear, just hang on there.
Okay.
And from there, so then experiment-wise, see how of like next, if you're sitting like 1 minute, 30 seconds, whole image, how many times you saw the whole image, partial image, and how many times you lose the image.
Yeah.
Then based on that, so then maybe I think like I think could go either way. You could see the progress right away, or you could see disappointment right away. So, but yeah.
Thank you.
So that's what we do. Maybe like next time, like what do you say, Chugila?
Sounds
What
good.
do you think? Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be kind of fun.
Okay, okay, very good. So today, so that's probably what we do. Like next time, so maybe we finish one stage. Today we finish the first stages. What is expected? Seeing image, fraction of second. That was expected. Seeing image a long period of time, that is not expected. If that happened to you, you are lucky. Maybe something to do with your previous karma, previous life karma. Strong karma come up by the meditations. Or like a large amount of merit you created, hard to say. But seeing image crystal clear, not expected. If you're seeing that good, seeing image long period of time, not expected. Seeing image continuously, not expected. What is expected? Seeing fraction of second and breaking that, not seeing image. It breaks. It's not continuous. That was expected. Don't get disappointed. That was expected. Feeling more thought. That was expected. It's not unexpected. What is not expected is like seeing image crystal clear, seeing that continuously. That's not expected. feeling less thought, that's not expected. That happened to you, something to really to rejoice. Okay. So there's two things to be mindful. What is expected, what is not expected. What is expected, don't get disappointed. That's the part of that's what is expected, don't get disappointed. Okay, so that's the finish first stage with some kind of short meditations. It's finished. So yeah, I think today that's enough. So like, so then you will remember now the first stage quite clear because only cover one stage. Okay. So then any questions? Otherwise we will end with the prayer. So what do you think? The Wednesday morning better or evening?
I do better in the morning, Geshe. I'm
Oh,
awake.
yeah. Okay, okay. Then
I agree. I do better in the morning, Geshe. Fresher
oh, yeah,
mind.
no. Okay, good. Pati?
Yeah, same for me, Geshe. Morning is much better. Yes. More
Jill?
alert, awake. Good.
It just all depends on what's going on with all the other parts of life, but I like it better. I'm more awake. So if I can come, I come.
Okay, okay. Helen?
Morning's better. Morning's much better.
Okay, very good. Elise?
I'm okay either way.
Okay.
Morning is good, evening is good.
Susie?
Evening, but I can
Okay.
do morning.
Okay, evening. Peter?
Yes, I think the morning, the mind is fresher. I can
Yeah, that's true.
absorb
That's
it
true.
more.
Yeah, that's true. Michael, the enlightened beings, morning or evening?
Yes, I prefer morning as well. Works much better for
Yeah.
my schedule and for my mind, my mind's place. Yeah.
Yeah,
Evening,
you go to
juggle
you go to morning meditation. When centers open, you go there every morning, pretty much.
Monday and Thursday, 7:30. With
Julie?
about half dozen people.
I like the mornings, but I am very flexible. I can do evenings or morning.
Oh, yeah. How's about 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, if it's you, I would be up. Yes.
That's easy. So, Domasi, so like we are not planning to open the center probably like at least like how long? Physically, I mean physically open.
Physically for classes, Geshe, probably not for quite a while. Right now, it's limited to 10 people inside the building at a time. So, that might be good for a meditation group, but for class,
Maybe next year probably seems
yeah,
like.
well, yeah, we'll watch and see how things go. So Geshe, I'll just mention that the people who are not here this morning are people for whom morning is not better. So we didn't get their votes.
No, yeah. Anybody watching on YouTube?
There were 7 people. There's 6 people on YouTube right now.
Oh, yeah.
And then there are, quite a few people who can't be here in the morning who will watch it on YouTube later on in the day when they're able to.
Yeah, so like you talk to people, then decide. So so end of this month I'll be back. So then maybe continue to teach from home, okay, on Zoom.
Okay.
So on Zoom from the home.
Yeah.
So then next Sunday, so then there'll be somebody's teaching, coming, not coming, teaching.
He won't be here on Sunday, so we'll go ahead and have teaching next Sunday and then Lamrim next Wednesday morning. When do you leave, Epian? Is it on Thursday that you leave for Buenos Aires?
Wednesday will be your last day here, Geshe, and we still have not gotten confirmation as the time that you would be leaving. But it depends on you because it's morning you will be here, but it's your last day here. I don't know.
Wednesday. Yeah, this next Wednesday is not going to work because that's the day I have to leave. So like actually leaving from Buenos Aires Friday.
You leave on Friday, but you have to leave here.
Yeah, so I'm like,
early morning
I'm
after.
leaving. I'm like flying from Buenos Aires on Friday, but leaving here Wednesday. So there's like
Oh, okay. So no class next week then.
no class because I'll be on the road like 24 hours, something like that.
Yeah, long
Mm.
long journey.
Well,
We'll pray while you're traveling, Geshe. We'll pray for you.
Oh, your praise appreciated. Okay, very good. So then, yeah, so end of this month, sometime end of this month, maybe 29, I'll be back to home. So then from there we'll see how things goes. Okay. Yeah. Alhamdulillah. So now dedication.
Jampo power jita kempadang kudu zampo deyande shinte deda kungi jesu lapchir gewa di dan tanche raptungo Yusu shepe gewa tanche ki ngowa gala chotu ngapade dashe gewe tawa di kunkyang Sampo churap tungo wargi Dagi shinye sape gewadi Tendan doa kunla gampedang Kepa jetsun lo sanda pai Tempe ningpo rindu sel jesho Tandira we ko we shinkam di Pendan dewa malu shingwene Chenre si guan ten sing yatsoi, rape si te padu tengyu. Jonu iye nala wa shotu, awatare tsembara tsopa. Dosan gewe deton le kasho, jasyu gengyo lama soa de. Dupsu chanjin jangen gewe. Dancing cafe where kunza Doksum kuwa moon to do How dokso do shake and do shop and show taritu re so ha 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 taritu re so ha.
Oh yeah, thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank
you,
you,
Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe.
See you next Sunday. See you
We're
next
so happy you're coming home soon.
Yay.
Good travels.
Thank you.
Very much.
Happy travels.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy the plane ride.
Thank you, Donna.